After a long and torturous drive at night and some of the factors that we did not see coming, we have arrived here at these cabins located by the western rim of the Grand Canyon here in Arizona. We're here to enjoy the scenery, to take in, and take pictures, and to remember this day for the rest of our lives. This is an incredible experience. I saw already a rattlesnake. I saw coyote, right? But you know what I haven't seen yet and experienced? Because we just woke up, so there's a 3 hour time difference, so it's kind of like messing us up right now. But here on the brew, you know what's up. I gotta try their coffee. That's coming up. I'm just having the coffee that the room offers. You know, the little machine, the little pouch, and the little condiments, and all that doesn't do a thing for me. You know, hate to say it, but you know. But I've come to realize this is a hotel thing. It just happens. We're going to a very famous tourist attraction here at the Grand Canyon. Um, and here's the thing that sucks about it. I'm not going to be able to, based on my research, not be able to bring my video or my phone. We have to like check that at the door. You know, what they're going to do is take pictures over there, and then they, of course, charge us. That's how they make their money out here. So, if we decide to do that, if we decide to get the picture, I'll put the picture here. This episode of the Brew, but you know, the Grand Canyon is of such that you can pretty much record it from anywhere anyway. So let's see what happens. Cheers. Skywalk. It's called. The idea is this: people go on this thing here, and they walk around and take great, awesome pictures, vistas, if you will, of the Grand Canyon. They're not allowed to bring their phones, so I'm not going to be able to have this with me. They have professionals on there taking pictures that you would, I guess, buy. But it looks gorgeous, you know. I mean, my goodness, look at the canyons. You go as far as the eye can see. You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of the Forbidden Zone in Planet of the Apes. When Charlton Heston and when Taylor and the other astronauts were walking for miles through rough terrain like this. So it's pretty cool. I'm about to try a coffee here at the Skyview Cafe. Salud, here's the coffee. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like coffee. What are you gonna do, right? You know, it's not a specialized cafe. That's yet to come. I like to think. Man, these little domes remind me of where Luke Skywalker grew up. The setting is almost identical. But I was gonna go to Tashi State and to pick up some cob. Okay, I can't say it right. But I was gonna go to Tashi Station to pick up some power. I can't say it right. But I was gonna go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. Yeah, feels like that. This is a phenomenon called glamping, right? Where you see domes as far as the eye can see, right? Here in Arizona. And you order a dome and you camp in the dome. Now, the dome in and of itself is beautiful. It's actually like a hotel room. In fact, the one we got was pretty cool. It had a Pac-Man theme to it. It even had the video games, like actual arcade games of Pac-Man and stuff, which was pretty awesome, I have to admit. Loved it. We slept well. The beds were great. The girls loved it. Everybody loved it. Okay? And I was able to, you know, get some of my astrophotography work done on the Milky Way, which was great. That was really the main thing I wanted to come here. Here's the thing. The coffee. No, I understand it's a continental. Well, it's not a continental breakfast. It's like a food truck here that I went to get food for everybody, and everybody's gonna eat in a few minutes. But I decided to throw this in. Yeah, the coffee. Hey, look, nobody's perfect, right? It's kind of hard, but you know what? It's livable. It really is. Let me tell you, Arizona is a beautiful state. To be honest with you, the sights we've seen of the Grand Canyon and all the mountains and everything have been phenomenal. You know, all these acres of ancient dry land and all the Joshua trees and everything like that. Sticking out all over the place make me think of the movie Them from the 1950s. You see, we're actually not that far away from the you know, where the whole thing happened, you know, the bombing site, the Trinity test site, basically, of the first nuclear weapon back in the mid-40s, I think, right before the end of the Second World War. And what's amazing about that is that you know, the 1950s gave way as a result to so many movies based on stuff like that a monster is radiated or monsters are radiated through our negligence of nature, right? Splitting the atom, that kind of thing, you know. So Them with the giant ants in the New Mexico desert is a perfect example of that. And this is definitely an area that really reminded me of that. You know, But I'll tell you, outside. They have amazing things. You could play chess, giant chess, and giant Connect Four, and there's a little playground for kids, and it's beautiful. But here's the problem: it's cold. It's cold. I didn't expect that. I didn't know. I thought we were going to be burning up 100 degrees. I thought that's what I saw in the weather app. But it's cold at night. It's cold. Let me just say, like, I haven't been here yet in the middle of the day. Maybe though that changes. But even now, it's still cold. But it's not really so much because of the temperature. It's because of the wind. It is windy out here. It's like windy. It's like you don't know how can you play chess out here and play in the thing when your hair is almost being blown out of your scalp. It's that windy. Okay, and that's what makes it cold. It was very difficult for me to get those photos in of the Milky Way last night, but as a result of it, I was freezing. I kept on running back into the dome like, oh God, but it was worth it. It was worth it, the end result, which I'll show you at the end of this video, actually. So there it is. We are in the domes. It's called Skyview Domes here in Arizona. I would recommend it. I'd just wait for a nice hot day to do it. Because you could at least have AC to set the balance right in the domes. It's pretty cool. All right. All right, guys, this is something I wanted to do for quite a while, and because I had the opportunity to stay here at this particular place I told you about earlier, I was able to take a picture of the Milky Way galaxy. At night, it was freezing, but at night it was glorious. It's like you were in outer space or something, and you could see the Milky Way as a long band of light going across the night sky. And what I used was this. I've been taking up astrophotography this past year, and this is what's called the Skywatcher Star Adventurer Pro, right? And the idea is that it's a little star tracker. It follows whatever you're taking a picture of. It could be Milky Way, it could be a galaxy, a nebula, anything real far out in deep space, and it kind of follows it across the sky. With using the camera. This is the camera I'm using, long exposures. Okay, like for instance, last night I did about 60 pictures of 30 seconds. Actually, no, 2 minutes long exposures of 60 pictures, if that makes sense, of the Milky Way galaxy as it was, moving across the sky during the night. I was up until 4 in the morning doing this, and there was some cloud cover here and there, but it was little clouds. They came and went. So I used this to do that with this incredible lens. I don't have the lens attached right now, but I used a Samyang 14 millimeter camera, right? And yeah, Ralph is like big into astronomy. Remember my review on Contact, of the movie Contact? I love astronomy. Astronomy is one of the biggest things, that I've always followed since I was a kid. And now I'm starting to get into this astrophotography thing. I'm going to show you the images of the Milky Way at the end of this episode of The Brew so that you can see what I did. Big thank you to, when you learn these days, when you're learning how to do something, you go to YouTube. Or Google or something, and the main guy I went to learn how to obtain this gear and this equipment to do all this is this channel called Astro Backyard. That's this guy named Trevor Jones who lives up in Canada somewhere, and he shows you step by step the things he did using the kind of lenses and filters. And he has this as well alongside a whole bunch of other mounts that he has that I'll never afford, and all these other cool mechanisms, So I brought my tripod here, a sturdy tripod, and this along with me to Arizona so that I can accomplish this while I'm here in Arizona. And guess what? It worked. My sweet tooth has been satisfied.
With what?
I don't know. I feel too. So, okay. This here is an interesting, I guess, art relic or whatever. It says here, through extensive research and taste testing, we have secured the same coffee blend, beans from the highlands of Colombia and mountains of Mexico, to bring you the taste and quality that was a signature of the Fred Harvey empire. Fred Harvey original signature coffee. I guess I better buy one. So as you can see here, the Grand Canyon. And I saw some condors. We saw condors. There are these big black birds that are like vultures. They're the biggest flying birds in North America. Anyway, if you look out, we're talking millions of years of erosion, millions of years of, fixer-uppers. You know what I mean? It's like, it's amazing. Here, I mean, it's like beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I could see condors flying way in the distance too, Sandy. That's my cup. Here at the El Tavar Lodge at the Grand Canyon National Park. Just had dinner, about to turn in for the night. Didn't find any good coffee around here, sadly. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna actually leave tomorrow. We're gonna hang out here a little longer, take more pictures and everything again. And then we leave here and we're gonna drive back to where we landed, which is, guess where? Las Vegas. And we're spending a whole day in Las Vegas. So am I gonna find coffee in Las Vegas? Coffee in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. So let's see what happens in Las Vegas here in the Brew.
Okay, I have it somewhere then.
Having coffee at El Trovar, right? And the coffee's good. Cream, some sugar, having breakfast.
Tovar?
What's it called again?
El Tovar.
El Tovar. Sorry, my bad. This is the biggest Gibson Les Paul I've ever seen in my life. Oh snap. Okay, it's early morning here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm gonna try to find a freaking coffee place that sells good coffee. No, I'm not talking about Starbucks. There's Starbucks all over the place. I want something unique, something special. Haven't found it yet. Didn't find it in the Grand Canyon. Maybe I'll find it here. Let's see. Well, guys, it's the end of our trip here to Vegas and the Grand Canyon. Didn't find any real. I mean, I had coffee, but it wasn't anything. There's nothing special. So here's another episode of The Brew. If you like this episode, please subscribe, consider it, and like the video. And if you want to see more episodes of The Brew, I'll put some at the end of this video, so you can click on those. Check it out. I made more progress regarding coffee there, and it's pretty cool. So until next time, Ralph Perez from Horror and Coffee. Take care.